Hey YouTube. Hi Kaleidoscopic Eye. It is Malachi here. Today I want to bring up a topic of how to stay strong and calm when dealing with stress and adversity. So, along my journey, I've noticed within myself situations that arise, whether due with family, my daughter, friends, work, just life in general. There's things come up where it triggers emotions and there's stressful situations that happen, and we can either react to it and have things blow up worse, or we can find better alternatives on how to deal appropriately with the situation. With myself along my journey, things that I've noticed that have helped me, one would be deep breathing. So when we're hit with these stressful moments, instead of lashing back out, which doesn't ever help the situation, you can take a moment to deep breathe. So like breathe in through the nose and breathe out. Doing this a few times helps us center and balance, which can really be helpful when we're dealing with very stressful situations. Many of us know that we're being triggered, but we don't take the time to acknowledge our thoughts before we react. So it ends up blowing up into something that could be easily avoided. So, another thing that I found helps is to acknowledge those thoughts. Take that moment for a second to realize what's happening and step back and just think in regards to what's going on in your head. You know you want to react, but you also know when you're going to react, is it going to make it better? Or is that going to escalate the problem and make it much worse? So acknowledging our thoughts, it's not an easy thing to do. And it takes a lot of practice. But when we can focus on our thoughts in situations that are stressful, it can help make that situation way better than what it is at that time. So just taking that second to be like, okay, well, I want to freak out. I want to yell at this person. I want to pout. I want to, whatever it is that how you react, you realize what you want to do, but you take that second and be like, you know what? I'm not going to do that this time because it's just going to stress me out. It's going to stress out that other person, and it's going to make this situation 100 times worse than what it actually needs to be. Whereas if I take this moment to just let it go, it will 95% of the time nip that right in the bud. Another way to help when dealing with stressful situations and to cope is taking a 5-minute breather. Go for a walk. If you're in the office, just go to the bathroom. Take a 5-minute bathroom break. Go get a glass of water or tea or coffee or whatever it is you drink. Walk around a little bit, just get it out. Say to that person, if it's a person or if it's a situation, just you need a break. You need to de-stress for a moment. So take that time, leave, evaluate in yourself, and then come back once you've had that moment to distress, and you'll see that the situation instantly, the energy has changed. Notice the lesson in the situation. What is being triggered in you? Why it is you're being triggered in this stressful situation? What is it that you're trying to learn, or what's trying to be shown to you to learn? Try to look deep within that, and you might actually be very surprised on what you realize. Also, recognizing in this situation that with your reaction, it could go one way or the other. You can freak out and make it way worse, or you can just let it go and calm it. But recognize that you can't control all situations. There's things that are going to come and arise whether you want it to or not. And knowing that the only thing you can control in that situation is yourself is a saving grace. So when you realize that what somebody else is doing is what they are controlling, or the situation in itself, you can't control that. So how you react, that's your way of controlling it within yourself. And when you can get that under wraps, beautiful things happen. Try and get out of your thoughts. Again, breathing is really helpful. Taking a walk is very helpful. Another thing I found to be really helpful when I'm very stressed out is writing. And this is just for me. I write things out. I read it over. I go over it. Sometimes I rip it up. Sometimes I keep it. Sometimes I burn it. But it's a really good way of getting that stress out without impacting it onto somebody else. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I'm just getting over a cold here. Know that these stressful situations, they come and they go, and life's going to throw all sorts of things at you. But know that this moment shall pass too. So it's how you react. Are you going to make it way worse to stress you out further? Or are you going to see your growth within the situation and focus on that and know that this isn't a forever state? Say someone's yelling at you. Okay, well, obviously there's something going on with them that's stressing them out, and that's how they're reacting. So maybe look a little deeper at what's actually going on beneath the surface. Think about why are they so stressed out? Does this have to do with you? Or is this another situation altogether? Is there something going on between the lines that you're not actually seeing? And knowing that will help you to let it go. Maybe calmly ask them if it's that situation entirely, or is there something else that's stressing them out? And you might actually be surprised to find out that it's not really that situation at all. And then they might be surprised, and then that changes the dynamic altogether too. So know also that stressful situation, like say your car broke down and you just got a flat tire and you don't have a spare. Know that that doesn't define you. So yeah, you're frustrated. Oh, you're so frustrated. You're in the middle of nowhere. Your tire's flat. Your phone's dead. Like, what do? You can scream, cuss, swear, freak out. What's it going to do? It's just going to make you, maybe it'll help you get that out, but focusing on the problem in a negative way isn't going to help the situation get fixed. So you can stick your thumb out, try to flag somebody down that's driving. That's a helpful way, so they can go get you to a telephone, or maybe have a telephone to call AMA or whatever it is that you use, some tow truck driver to come help you. Like there's other ways around it instead of staying in that stress. Because when you're in that stress, it's not fixing the problem. You're just getting more upset. Your blood pressure's going up. You're freaking out. But is it doing anything to change anything? No. It's just making you feel like shit. When you can instead switch that focus, be like, you know what? My car, this really, really sucks. But what am I going to do to fix this? How can I switch my anger so that I can get back on the road to drive to wherever you're going? Maybe you're going camping, the grocery store, home, who knows? But how am I going to fix this situation so that I can get back to where I'm going? You see where I'm going with this? Like, focusing on that anger, it's only hurting you. But if you transmute it and focus on the solution, it helps the situation. In that moment, you're like, okay, well, I'm frustrated, but I'm going to flag the next car down so that I can get a tow truck to come help me get my car to the mechanic to get my tire fixed. And then, you see how it's switched. Instead of being frustrated and angry and nothing getting done, you're using that and transmuting it so that you can actually find a solution. Be grateful with every lesson that's being brought to you. Like, yes, someone may be yelling at you. Yes, this is a crappy situation. Yes, whatever it is that is causing you stress. It's happening. But be grateful for what you do have. Know that, again, this too shall pass. When you focus on the gratitude, things shift and change. Well, say, for example, if someone's yelling at you, if you look at the underlying message, maybe there's something that you've done that has frustrated them and they don't know how to properly communicate this with you. So you can look at, okay, well, they're upset because I didn't do this, this, and this, or they're upset because I did this, this, and this. So there's always lessons within the situation that you can learn from and then be grateful for. And with that gratitude, next time that situation may not arise because you're focusing on the good. You're seeing what is available to you and knowing that it's okay. Like, the situation itself may not be okay, but there are positives in every negative situation. The last is acknowledge that your thoughts don't define the actions that are going on around you. Again, it's back to quieting your mind, realizing that you can react, but what is that going to accomplish? It's not going to accomplish anything. So don't let your thoughts define how the outcome's going to be. Don't let those negative thoughts of the situation make the problem worse, because nobody's got time for that. Nobody needs that extra stress. So again, all this shall pass. Deep breathe, go for a walk, take that time out, then come back and talk to that person, or take that time out to try to figure out a better solution to the situation. And in that, you're going to find a lot of mental peace and clarity. And if you're dealing with a person, if you take that time so you don't react, they're not really going to know. They're not going to want to keep reacting in that angry way because you're not feeding that fire. So here's just a few helpful solutions on how to deal with stress and adversity that comes your way. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to more videos with you in the future. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Your support is so wonderful. And if you guys have any questions that you would like, or topics you'd like me to talk about, please comment below. I will answer everybody. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if this is your first time watching my channel. I look forward to our next video together. Much love. Bye, guys.